You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that
Alright.
path is a cabin.
Alright, lads.
And in the basement of you're here to slay her.
Let's see. I think... I've said all of this at this point now. I'm just gonna continue to the cabin. If there's an opening option that you guys don't think I've said at some point, let me know. I know, it still makes me jump too.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
So first run I did
Find the
armed,
princess
this one I'm gonna do unarmed.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Because I've already kind of planned out what I want to do for this run, because I want to do...
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The
and
air
unarmed
is stale
for
and
this
musty,
one.
and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table.
Oh, I think I
Perched
know
on
which
that
one you were
table
talking about,
is a
Kohu.
pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Actually, Kohu, I think you might be talking about the one I was planning on doing. Alright, I'm going unarmed this time.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing.
He's so sweet when
It's
you
the
go
kind of
down
voice you only
unarmed.
have to hear. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
I just like saying hi. It's fun.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot right.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Oh, if I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
It has to do with logic!
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
No, she's an eldritch abomination, dude. Wow, okay, a lot of options for this. She doesn't give an answer to that. She doesn't give an answer to that. I've asked that. What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
I think if I want, because I've already done one where I end up freeing her like this. So I don't want to do that. I do want to do the slay option here. But I'm not sure if I should do the retrieve the blade or just go upstairs and retrieve it without saying another word. Because I feel like that's going to trigger two very different things.
Thank you. You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here. You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Oh, good voice acting right there.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I were you. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all. You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen. Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Hello?
Why don't you come closer? I have something to show you.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
I'm gonna close the door behind me because that seems to make sense.
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
Let's investigate the
You
arm.
step forward to investigate the severed limb. A trail of blood leads from its jagged stump into a dark corner of the basement. And then you hear the quiet patter of feet against the floor, and there's suddenly a weight on your shoulders. The princess tears into you. Her teeth and claws are unnaturally sharp, ripping into your shoulders, digging into your throat. You fall to the ground, the princess eagerly tearing at your flesh. The ferocity overwhelms you, and as the princess rends flesh from bone, your limp fingers lose their grip on the blade. It slips from your hand, your one last means of defense lying useless beside you.
Okay, so if you backtrack, she kills you.
I suppose you just lacked the will to fight back. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
I did want to slay her in this path as well, Kohu. I just didn't realize that going back up would
and at the end
lead
of that
to her
path
killing you,
is a
so
and
I
in
have
the
to
basement of
do
cabin
that
is a
again,
princess.
but make it so that I'm going to free her instead, because I think that's what forces the narrator for me to try to kill her.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Hasn't this already happened already?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's if he doesn't remember what
Voice of
happened,
the hunted.
then something else
Okay.
must have trapped us here. You're not trapped here. Nobody's forcing you to do anything, though the only sensible thing for you to do right now is march up to that cabin and slay the princess.
Let's go to the cabin.
A warning. Before she will lie. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature?
Ooh.
I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously. Maybe. The interior of the cabin is
Ooh.
ruinous and dilapidated.
Freaky.
It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Alright, I'm gonna take the blade this time.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I wonder if doing
Door to the
anything with the
basement
mirror
creaks
ever
open,
matters.
revealing
Oh,
what's left of
yo,
an
it's a
old wooden
den.
staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
Ooh.
I can smell you.
Ooh.
She sounds almost feral, impatient, or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth.
Does she
floor
have a
of the
tail?
starlit pit.
Oh, is
The
she like
walls
a
are
little
obscured by
kitty?
an
Or a
impenetrable
big kitty?
darkness, giving the illusion that the room
Oh,
might stretch
kitty
on
princess.
forever.
Kitty
Brush
princess.
against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living
We
things
gonna
that
get
occupy this
kitty
strange
princess.
underground
Meow, meow,
wilderness.
meow. Kitty princess.
The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
She right there.
You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her.
Psst, 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 psst. Come here. Psst, 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 psst. Come here, girl.
Remember, she's just a princess. She is certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the
Hi.
leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified.
I'm gonna just.
I'm so much more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Meow, meow. Ooh. I'm gonna move because I want to try to slay her, and I don't want to die.
You lunge aside, picking a direction on instinct. instinct.
Whoa!
As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air, disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. The princess. In an instant, she's pounced on the spot.
Oh, she's like a
her chains rattling
dragging
across the floor
kitty.
behind her.
She's the forgiven princess, guys!
Before you can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel her gaze on you.
You're faster than you were before.
It's still a kitty,
But
Kohu.
you're still meek, reactive, prey.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs. So she's cut off our escape. Shit. What do?
We give her ear scratches. I'm gonna say, stop hiding and show yourself.
If you want to see me, you should get better at seeing.
She knows that her strength lies in shadows and secrets. She won't reveal herself unless she has to.
You're deflecting.
And you bear your weakness to the world.
She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else. We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive. It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive, if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
Ooh! Oh, man, which one? I'm leaning towards wait for her to strike and then hit her back. Yeah, that's what my gut's saying. So that's what I'm gonna do.
This isn't going to work. We're in her domain. We just have to stay alive. If we keep dodging her forever, we're going to get tired. We're going to slip up. We have to take a risk. As the princess lunges from the shadows once more,
That's a kitty.
her blade lash out. It strikes, cutting deep, and the princess loses her focus, crying out in pained surprise as she crashes into you. You're sent sprawling and can already feel the massive bruise blossoming on your ribs as she scrambles back into the darkness.
Yeah, she's a Ronzo. Ronzos are still kitty. Mew mew. Little mew mew. Hello, I give you ear scratches. Scratch, 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 scratch.
Look at that. We wounded her. And she wounded us. Bad trade.
That hurt. Are you just the cornered animal you seem to be? Or could you be a rival?
I'm gonna be a rival, baby.
She rears back,
Meow.
then leaps at you, more forceful, more ferocious, more serious. The scuffle is brief, and though you inflict a few deep wounds, you find yourself quickly overwhelmed by her savagery. You collapse to the floor, and she wastes no time
Yo.
before pouncing on you in a flurry of claws and blood, your nerves barely able to keep up with the onslaught. By the end, you're lying in a nest of your own intestines,
Ooh.
spine severed,
Ooh.
blood rapidly draining out onto the jungle floor.
Ooh.
The princess, drenched in both her blood and yours, idly prods your body.
See? More proof that she's a kitty. She's playing with her food.
No, that's it then. Cornered animal it was.
I was hoping to slay her.
Do better next time. I still need to devour you. And it doesn't count if you're dead.
Is she about to eat me alive?
We're not dead, we're... But you don't have time to protest her premature observation of your death, because everything goes dark, and you die.
Ah. Damn, I didn't get the one that I wanted. That's okay.
You're on a path in the wood. Yeah,
It's still a new one.
we are, and this time we're not gonna run until we die. We're taking her head on, and we're winning. You felt her. She didn't have a soft underbelly. She didn't have blind spots. What could we have done that would have saved us from her hunger? When someone tries to make you dead, you have to hit them back. You have to show them your authority. There's nothing worse than a bully that thinks they own you.
Voice of the Stubborn's kind of quiet.
Great. So you've been here before. That doesn't bode well. You're not supposed to have been here before. This is supposed to be one and done.
Nah.
Oh, shut up. It bodes fine. You're the reason we're stuck in this shit situation. Now I have to do the hard work of dragging us out. And how do you intend to do that? We're going to fight her, and we're going to win. There's a reason she slinks around in the shadows. Well, no complaints here.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm talking at the start so you can hear the new voices.
Now hold on. We're not just gonna let the fact that he knows things about this whole Lupin situation go, are we? He's not important. He can have his secrets for all I care. She's killed us twice now, and that's enough of a reason for us to want her dead.
Okay, what's the plan?
Like I said, we're going to fight her. But we're so small. We don't actually know how big she is. We just know she wants us to think she's big. If she's going to treat us like prey again, then she is sorely underestimating us. One good wallop. That's all we need to put her on the defensive.
The path is different than it was before.
Ground is ground. It doesn't matter what shape it takes. We'll adapt. If it looks different, that's because the situation has started to spiral out of everyone's control. So please, disavow yourself of the notion that you can just come back here and fix this place if you manage to make a mess, before that line of thinking leaves you yet another world in ruin. Though, as evidenced by you dying twice, it's safe to assume the fates of the worlds you've left behind don't concern you very much.
Maybe a little.
Consider this your last opportunity to make things right. For you and for the rest of existence. But especially, we don't need your pep talk. I'll make sure we pull this off.
Alright. No matter what happens next, it seems like all of our answers are in the cabin. Let's see this through.
You make your way down to the cabin. Your fated confrontation awaits. You know what to do. We've already been over the plan. I'm not sure that use violence counts as a plan.
Excuse me, use violence absolutely counts as a plan. I know you're usually the voice of reason, but as your controller, I'm just saying use violence 100% as a plan.
It's a better plan than you had last time. I don't like this. But I'll try to keep us breathing. The interior is dark and overgrown. Vines and brush obscure so much of the place that, had you not seen the exterior, you might not have noticed this was a cabin at all. The only furniture of note, if you could call it that, is a knotted stump, a pristine blade embedded in its exposed rings. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. Take it. We're not fighting a monster without a blade. Even if it's not a very big one. Is no one going to mention the mirror? What are you talking about? There is no mirror. It's just the stump and a narrow tunnel that leads to the basement. He isn't tricking us. Can you feel the wind? It's telling us there's a hole in that wall.
Huh.
Eyes deceive us.
That's actually interesting. That's the first time we've ever gotten indication that the narrator isn't actually lying. He really can't see the mirror.
If that mirror's blocking our way, just smash it and be done with it. Yes, take the steel claw. You pull the blade from the stump, gripping it tight. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. One step closer to ending this. You step forward, approaching the small hole that leads to the basement, hesitating before you enter the princess's lair. You heard him. Stop hesitating and smash that antique. That mirror isn't part of this place. It's seeped through from somewhere else. If there even is an it, is a hallucination. Like you said, you've been here twice before. Your mind was bound to start playing tricks on you eventually. It's so grimy. Maybe we can wipe it clean and finally get a look at ourselves.
Ooh! Which one should I do? Wipe the mirror or smash it? We have a tie! Who's gonna be the tie? Smash is coming in. Alright. Looks like it's smash. We're gonna smash. I hear smash. Smash. Smash it with the hammer! Or the save on posted. I can just poison him with this.
The basement, throwing yourself off balance and tumbling headlong into the pitch black. If there were once stairs leading into the basement, there is nothing left to attest to their existence now. There is only a long tunnel of packed earth, growing more narrow as you descend. It smells of mold and decay. The damp walls leave streaks of dirt along your body as you're forced to hunch, then finally squat down on all fours in order to continue. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I might have that whole scene memorized from Emperor's New Groove because I like that movie way too much.
As you crawl forward on hands and knees, you're met only with the sounds of ambient earth. No voice slinks confidently up the stairs, no entity threatens violence or pleads for safety. Stay quiet. Don't give her a sound.
Oh!
You say nothing, maintaining the silence as you carefully make your way down into the basement.
What was that? Well, I don't know what I just did, chat, because the dialogue option was late, and I thought it was like something where I had to click to keep it going, and then, yeah. That was a my bee.
The basement is dark and cavernous, a gaping maw threatening to swallow you whole. There is no light here, save for what little starlight has managed to filter down the tunnel. Though you can't see the vastness of the space, you can feel it. You're exposed. It doesn't matter if we can't see down here. We know where she is.
I'm gonna step into the shadows, ready to fight.
You step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement. There, she's about to strike. With the near silence of a determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows. Swinging your blade, its tip intercepting her before she can draw first blood, she recoils, stunned for a brief moment. See? I told you. We needed to assert our might. We needed to prove to her that she can bleed too. She'll doubt her every move now.
Kitty, kitty, kitty.
Even more ferocity than before. But that voice in your head wasn't wrong. Within that ferocity, there is also hesitation. Not much, but enough. Not a word is spoken between you and the princess as you exchange blows in the dark. The glint of bloody claws and fangs, the flash of wet steel. In the pit, all of your senses are heightened, each injury stinging like a chorus of insects, each small shift in your favor a major victory that swells your heart.
She loud, princess.
A climax. And
but he doesn't respond. Eyes glance at you from the untextured threads of a world unraveled. Am I free? They ask. Oh my. Hi, kitty.
she's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a Why is it here? Why now? This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. The thing reeks of death.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Yeah. I've grown. Kitty! Kitty, 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 kitty. I want to pet her belly.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is consumed by instinct, a predator pushing those around her to adapt. She will make for a bold heart.
So, we've done tender and bold.
She wishes me to devour you, to make you a part of myself, but she is only a voice. Do not mourn her, for she is part of something greater.
What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them.
There is a hurt that dwells in them, but they are not me. They are thoughts and perspectives. They are feelings that inform my being. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before.
Oh, look, that one's actually holding the hand. Oh, that's actually kind of cute.
I cannot be as I was before. There are new spaces that I must fill.
What if I don't bring you any more vessels? What if I just wait here forever? I don't remember if I asked that.
Then we will remain here as we are now, barely finished, damp, cavernous.
I have no need to wait. I'm ready to go back. Alright, Kohu, we're gonna try to get the one that we both wanted, because I think I know which one you wanted, and I think it's the same one that I wanted originally, too.
We will meet again.